When everyone's on the same page, getting things done at work is easy. No matter what you do or what industry you're in, how you communicate is key. Everything you type is equally important to collaboration, and Grammarly can help. Think of it as your AI writing partner, empowering you to communicate effectively and efficiently, so you can make a bigger impact in the workplace. 96% of Grammarly users say it helps them craft more impactful writing. And as the gold standard of responsible AI, Grammarly is your secure AI writing partner that allows your team to make their point and move faster. By understanding your writing and context, Grammarly provides relevant, personalized suggestions. And with tone suggestions, you can navigate even the most difficult work conversations. You can also save time from spending hours editing drafts to just seconds with one click. Sign up and download Grammarly for free at grammarly.com/podcast. That's GRAMMARLY.com/podcast. Easier said, done.
So, because I'm polite and I have manners, I would just like to say that this episode might be triggering to some people who have dealt with depression or have lost someone by suicide that was dealing with depression or anxiety or anything along those lines. So this is my warning for this episode. If you are in a workplace, this might be HR problematic out loud, so put in your headphones. Either way, I appreciate you for checking out this episode, sharing it, and maybe even downloading it and leaving a review on your favorite podcast app. Thank you. Let's start. If you don't speak up, make a sound, wave, go visit, show up for work, show up to the gym, show up to your meeting, show up to your parents' home, speak to your siblings, speak to your best friend, speak to your spouse, express yourself honestly, text, hug people you say you care about. You'll never know who has a raft for you or a life jacket for you, okay? Life is not great for everyone here on this thing we call Earth, okay? We lose too many people to suicide or first-time pill poppers because they want to escape or they heard their friend enjoy X, Y, and Z. Just because your friend can intake certain drugs or pills or cocaine or just painkillers doesn't mean your body will accept it the same or deal with it the same. There's a lot of people who have tried a pill one time for the first time, and that was the only time. Okay? Why aren't you asking for help? Why are you surrounded by people who tell you, who show you they care for you, they want you here, they want better for you, they go out their way to make sure they checked on you, but you don't ask for help, but you don't tell them that you're hurting or you're drowning or you feel confused and you don't have the answers. And for me, I feel like I always see a lot of people who are super depressed post pure happiness. You know what I'm saying? And the reality of life is there's no one on earth that is completely, truly always happy. I'm going to tell you that right now. There's no one. I can speak for myself. I am never just every day truly happy, outgoing, ready, really in a good mood. There's some days where I'm not in a great mood. There's some days where I don't even know why I'm funky. Not smelling. The girl's never smelling, but like in a funky mood. But that's reality. And so a lot of times, not to be a negative person, but for research purposes, people who get to a point where they pop or they go off or they get locked up or they are no longer with us. When you browse through their social media, it's happy, 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 happy. Look at my trip, look at my trip, look at my trip, look at my outfits, look at my outfits. Look who I'm with, look who I have access to, look what I'm driving. Look what I just bought. Look at all these assets I have. Happy, 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 happy. No sweat post. You know what I'm saying? No, like, in the basement with hella dusty boxes doing the work post. No honesty TikToks about, I just feel shitty today. I don't want to do nothing. Because are you really telling me every day you wake up and you want to do what it is that you're telling society that you do? You don't. And it's okay that sometimes you don't want to do those things. But we are not helping each other by painting this social media picture, this I go out every weekend picture that everything's great. Look at my outfit. How could I be depressed? I got head to toe this. Look at my bag. Look at my truck. You know what I'm saying? The truck that you're behind 6 months payments. That truck? The truck that you have to park at your friend's house in their garage, because if you park it at your house, a tow truck is coming in the middle of the night to pick it up. That truck? The fact that you post this picture of this house that you used to live in when you were making the payments, but nobody really knows that you really live with your parents now because you defaulted on that. That home you post it and keep redoing the same picture was in foreclosure months ago, but nobody really knows that because social media allows you to be whoever you want. You know what I'm saying? Reposting outfits that you didn't post this one time so it could seem like you there this time. Oh, you are on vacation, you at the beach. When in reality, no, you're at home on your couch trying to figure out how you can make 1 become 3, become 4, become 5, stretch until this next time. The reality is a lot of people are not happy because there's so much pressure on posting good, 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 good. Everything's great, 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 great. Happy, 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 happy. Let me make other people jealous by them looking at my life and seeing that I have no problems. Everything's great. My husband is great. My wife is great. My kids are great. You know, my parents are healthy and living. When your parent is hiding the fact that they've been battling cancer silently and don't want to tell you because they know that will tear your whole feng shui of living down. The reality is we can't always be up. You know what I'm saying? We can't always be up. Sometimes life treats us like a balloon in the wind with helium in it. Okay? You were probably meant to be in this particular place, but life happened, wind happened, somebody's hand got loose, and now you are a balloon in the atmosphere, blowing this way, blowing that way. But you got air in you. But you're just floating higher and higher, going this way, going that way. Time passes and you get a little low. You know what I'm saying? You might end up in the tree. You might end up zapped on the power line, deflated. Or you just might end up on the floor, swept up in some park's garbage to be disposed of. But it's all about the process. It's all about enjoying the moments of when it was good. Enjoying the moments of when you really needed a talk that you didn't know you need, but you had it. But I'm just saying, pride and ego can be the key factors to your demise if you don't learn to open your mouth and let people know what you're confused about, how you feel, what's really going on. Because let me tell you something. When I wake up in the morning, I don't know about you, but my breath stink. And I'm not about to sit up here on the internet to make other people feel good about me, acting like my breath don't stink in the morning. I get eye boogers just like you. Life be happening to me just like the next person. But it's how you take it. Are you going to be mad that this is the situation? Or are you going to find the solutions in the situation and shut up? Because the situation is the situation. You know what I'm saying? You can't erase it. It happened. Happened. Past tense. You're still here to do something about what happened. But if you're not here, you can't do shit about what happened to show people, regardless of what happened, this is what's happening. And that's what I want to talk about today. Welcome to She Gets a Pod. All right, y'all. So I want to say a month ago, I got some new Table Topics cards and I want to share them with you guys. Great questions, great conversation. You could check out all of the varieties of cards decks that they have for you to have great discussions and conversations with people you love, people you work with, or couples or yourself. Go to tabletopics.com. All right. Buy you a stack, get you a card, and I'll even throw my discount in there. Put in all caps, Shamby Poddin, and go ahead and get you 15% off. All right, let's get into these cards. All right, so this stack of Table Topics card is called What Would You Do? And I feel like this stack really pushes ethics and if you have integrity or not, and what would you do in certain situations. And I'm not going to lie to you. It be having me stuck before I answer sometimes. So the first card says, if you ordered food to go and decided you didn't want it, would you still pick it up? Okay, so this is how I would think through it. How far is the place? Is it an emergency why I can't pick it up? And depending on what it is, I will probably call them and say, hi, I know I ordered X, Y, and Z. I can't come pick it up. Is it possible you can just give it to someone? Like pay it forward type stuff. I think that's what I would do. Because I don't want people to waste their products or waste their food or waste their time. Like, that's so rude. Like, ugh, I hate people that waste people's time. Whew. All right, so the next one is, should corporations be held to the same moral standards as individuals? Yes, because there are a lot of jobs pressuring people to be here regardless, do this regardless. And they forget, like, you don't have machines working for you. You got people working for you. You know, you got people who are either losing people or having people that they take care of that are sick, you know. And I think that's another factor that's really having this technology push for robot police and self-checkout and, robots to replenish. Corporations don't want to deal with the fact that you have human needs and you get sick and people need you and you can't come in today. They want efficiency. They want it from yesterday. They don't want to deal with your feelings. They don't want to deal with the fact that you don't feel comfortable at the job because such and such says something to you. Like, they want the only manual in their company to be, this computer is malfunctioning. You know what I'm saying? And that's how I think about it. But yeah, that's the Table Topics. Let's get into this episode. Most times, depression is not avoidable, okay? You can't dodge it. This is not dodgeball, Okay. It comes in waves. But you can't say that you have people you love while holding in what you can't manage, carrying what you can't manage. We should love ourselves enough to know when we need help so we can keep loving people we claim we love. Dealing with depression is not impossible, but it does take consistency and work. It does take for you to know where you're headed. Am I headed back into that funk? This is a symptom of what happens before I get really depressed and detached from everything and everybody. I think a lot of people can't even recognize when they are depressed because that's how long they've been living with it. You know, they're just thinking this is just regular. This is just my personality. No, you're depressed. That's depression. Okay? If you feel a heaviness that makes you tired all the time and it doesn't amount to the best sleep ever, you're probably depressed. And there's nothing horrible about you because you're depressed, but that's real about you because you're depressed. A lot of people are depressed. And some people get depressed by replaying old shit and old moments, and that's not helping. Waking up each day and going to bed with a shoulda, coulda, woulda mindset is not helping. That's not helping you either. So stop guilt tripping. It's healthy to feel sad. People are supposed to have the space to feel their feelings. Have the days where you don't look cute. You look ugly today. The hair on the top of your lip is coming in as a woman. You got 3 more chin hairs. Okay? You ain't shaved your legs in a while. You don't know if you're a man or a woman now. You know what I'm saying? It's getting a little 70s on the pot pie. You know what I'm saying? Okay? Men, you're refusing to go to the barbershop, but you don't even know why you won't go to the barbershop because you just, I just don't feel it, like, whatever. I don't care who sees me. Okay? A lot of time, I can tell when somebody's depressed by how around their eyes look. Their mannerisms. Okay? It is healthy to feel sad. It's called a release of emotion when you feel sad. Okay? Having phony hope is avoidance of where you are in the process of you healing. All right? I hate phony happy people. I hate phony people that tell you it's going to be okay. It's going to be all right. I don't need you to tell me it's going to be okay. And I don't need you to tell me if it's going to be all right if shit ain't about to be okay and shit ain't about to be all right. I need you, if you give a fuck about me, to brace me for what's about to come. If the next 10 days is going to be shitty, tell me the next 10 days is going to be shitty. But tell me, okay, you need to get this and this from the store. And when you start feeling like this, make sure you eat this. And if you start feeling like this, call me. I don't care what time it is, call me. And if this is how you feel on this day, watch this. It made me feel better when I dealt with that. That's the type of shit people be needing. Not that phony hope. Okay? If you keep it up, your human body will just create an ongoing cycle of the same depression that's never ending. It keeps going and coming. It keeps going and coming. It keeps going and coming. And sometimes when people are trying to establish healthy relationships with you and they see that you're not doing anything different to get your help and they already offer to help, 7 times out of 10, they're probably not going to stick around too long. Because if you don't want to help you, why would they want to fight to help you? It's only so long that somebody who cares about you will fight for you to fight for you. It's hard. It's hard to watch somebody not create healthy boundaries for themselves to make sure they are loved correctly. It's hard to watch somebody not think that they're brilliant, that they're worth it, that they can surpass whatever they're feeling, and you just watch them drown in what they're in. It's hard for somebody who truly loves you to push harder for you, and you won't push harder for you. That shit is hard to watch. And some people stick around until whatever happens, happens. And some people, that becomes too heavy to deal with on a daily basis, too hard to deal with the calls, too hard to deal with the happy, everything's going good, the blow up, you ruining everything, sabotaging everything because you're headed to one of your episodes. But you feel like you can handle it by yourself. You feel like you got it under control. But this is the 6th time. This is the 7th job. You just got this job and you so close. Okay? So if you don't want it to be a cycle that you got to keep dealing with, and other people that care about you got to keep dealing with, you got to create a boundary and be like, okay, enough is enough. Let me try something else new, because what I've been doing is not working. And I understand we live in a world, that drains people, drains hope, drains people's integrity, sucks the life out of you. I know most people like where they are, and most people are just like, I hear what you're saying, but what's the numbers? How you know? 25% to 30% of people who deal with depression and have depression symptoms never get over those depression symptoms. It's just there to stay, their personality permanently. Because they just told themselves that there's no help. This is who I am. People got to deal with it. And if you don't want to deal with it, you just can't be around me. I'm going to watch you leave when I need you. I need you, but I'm going to watch you leave. Because I feel like there's no hope for this getting better, or this changing, or this not being a thing. Okay? And I'm telling you, give people a chance to help. Ask for help. Vent out loud. Write out your feelings. Stop being too tough to cry. We all need a hug each day. We all want a break at some point in time. Today I needed a break. But today I had to push through till at this moment, Stop thinking life doesn't need you swimming, and keep kicking. You want to get higher on a swing, you're going to have to do the leg work. You want to make sure you don't drown, you're going to have to keep kicking. Keep swimming. Yeah, your arms is tired, your legs are tired, but I don't know about you. I have not mastered the float. Okay? So I can't float through my problems. I have to swim. I can't float through my feelings. I got to deal. And sometimes people may see how you deal with people is you shut down from people. And sometimes people who see that you shut down from them, they take it as you're not listening or you're not working at it. But sometimes that's how some people work at it. But at the same time, if that process is not working and is not making your situation or your relationship or your work life or your home life better, you got to find something else. You laughing through it and not working at it is not going to help. You drinking through it is not going to help. You smoking through it for a temporary feel good, but your feelings gonna come back. That thing that you refuse to talk about is gonna come back. You know? So if you really love people and you know you got some solid people around you, say something. I think the saddest thing is people feeling like, oh, if this person was going through X, Y, and Z, they would have came and talked to me. They would have said something. And then the person that they think they were so close to never said anything to them, was dealing with whatever they was dealing with for months. Living how they're living in secret for months. And they pass on. And you just leave a whole bunch of unanswered questions for people who thought you really loved them and they really loved you and you woulda. But you didn't. And I'm just telling you this, like, people would feel so much better if you would just try to ask for help. Try to reach out. Give them a chance to help. Give them a chance to show up. And then if you pass on, however you pass on, from whatever you was feeling, whatever was too heavy, I don't feel like the impact would be so harsh. It's like people who deal with depression don't get the help, don't do nothing different, do what they do, are no longer here anymore. It's like track where they pass the baton to the next person. All right, your turn to be depressed. I'm gone. Your turn to be depressed. Your turn to not have the answers that you need. Your turn to deal with the shit that I was dealing with that I wasn't dealing with. Your turn to carry the weight. You're just passing on bullshit by not even opening up the option for somebody to give you a raft, give you a life jacket, pull you in. So I'm saying this to say, nobody knows you're drowning if you don't speak the fuck up and say, I'm drowning. Nobody knows you're struggling to connect the dots for the last 6 months if you don't tell people you're struggling to connect the dots for the last 6 months. That's it. That's it. And my hope for this is that someone who's dealing with it hears me, understands me. I've never lost anybody to suicide personally. But I've known enough depressed people who are just in their way. But got a lot of people that love them and care about them. But they feel like, oh, they don't want to be a burden. They don't want to be. If you leave without asking those people who love you for help, you leave them with the biggest burden that they have to live with. Okay? Be good to yourself. And that's it.